welcome back to a brand new season of Exanima. So, the stable branch was updated today with version 0.8.4. Now, if you've been following the channel lately, you've seen all the changes already on the testing branches and stuff. But in case you haven't checked the game out in a while, or if you're new, I'll go over all the new stuff as we get there. Now, a lot of the new stuff is in the arena, especially the career arena, but we're going to be playing story mode. But there's still plenty to go around. So, let us begin. We're going to start with an unknown, which means we get access to Derrin, and we also get access to Thaumaturgy, and our name will just be Odin. This setup looks fine. Alright, let's put some clothes on. Now we have a little bit of global XP, so we can start knowing the skill Remise, which is great. I think I want to be working on continuity here. That'll be the first one. We're already halfway through it because of our global XP. And we're going to need that in order to use continuous mind sense. So we can't start learning continuous mind sense right off the bat without continuity. So we'll start with calm. And those are our thaumaturgy spells. Alright, so the biggest change, I think the biggest change, is the change to combat movement. So as you may know, when you're exploring and you're not in combat mode, you can move around freely, but when you would press tab and go to combat mode, you could only take one step at a time. It was very much based on fencing movement technique, but that has changed now. Alright, so first let me read that. Technically I read it, just to get the XP. I'm going to take our torch, I'm going to move the inventory over here. So now when you switch into combat mode, your movement is much more free. You can just walk straight, you don't stop in between steps. It used to be that you would take a step and you'd have to wait basically for the animation to complete, then you could step again. Now you can just hold it down, see, and everything, the movement is a lot more fluid, it's a lot more quick. And the AI has this update as well, so the enemies also move a little more quickly than they used to. We're going to start with this wood debris. So that the movement may not seem like a big change, but that, trust me, it is a big change. I'm still having to adjust to it. I'm still trying to figure it out. My timing is completely off now, so I cannot promise you good fights here. But let's just see how it goes. Alright, started that off good. Okay, a couple good hits there. And I missed very badly there. I'm going to try it again. Alright. Alright, so the wood debris is a terrible weapon, which is why it took me forever to knock him out. So we're going to take the hatchet. And this is a decent hatchet in reasonable conditions, so that's a pretty good find, actually. And we don't want his pants. Let's see what we get right here. Alright, so we got a decent secondary. It's a two-handed weapon, it's a billhook. The problem with this is that we have to hold a torch to see in most places, so right now we can't really use it all that much. But there will come a time when that changes. Alright, so let's try out the hatchet here. Oh, that was beautiful. And that one is dead. And there's a tunic. Not the best, but we don't have a tunic at all, so that's nice. There's a handsaw. I don't want it. Now let's compare these hatchets real quick. Alright, impact is better on ours, balance is better on the new one, and that's about it. I'll probably just stick with the one we have. And, oh, look at this, a short sword. Now, it's in extremely worn condition, that's not great, but that's better than a hatchet. That's a good early find, is what that is. Alright. So let's go in here. And these gloves, as usual, they're not very good. But they will do when you don't have anything else. Now there's a sledgehammer, but I'm not going to use it. Remember, you do get XP for exploring, going into rooms, checking them out. So even if I know I'm not going to find anything, I'm still going to go in there. We don't need that long knife. Whoop. Come on, getting stuck on the wall. There we go. Alright, let's see what we have over here. That tunic is slightly better than the one we found before. Let's switch it up. And I don't want that metal bar. Definitely don't. Alright, we're having some frame issues here, and I'm wondering if maybe it's because VSync is off? Maybe, maybe not. Let's try it here. Okay, let's go ahead and take this zombie on here. Okay, I think the frames are back to normal here. That was, I don't know what that was, but we're good now. Okay, I keep missing with my stabs. Let's try an overhead here. There we go. Actually, we're going to take those boots. That's nice. Alright. Let me get this out of the way. Alright, let's see what we got here. I technically stabbed. Yeah, I hit both of those stabs, but they're not going where I want them to go. Let's just go with the overhead. When all else fails, just stick with the overheads. Okay, what do we got here? These are slightly better boots. We're going to put those on. We've got a vest. It's not a bad one, so that's nice. There's a belt, also not bad. That's good. All right. Now, there's a lot of zombies in here. All right, I'm going to try to stab again. I'm trying to get a face stab here. See, I stabbed to the right of the head. Okay, I got him that time, and they're going to run. So we're going to have to chase them down. They're going to keep running. There's still not, despite the change in combat movement, there's still not an easy way to catch zombies that are running away. You still have to wait for the running animation to end before you can swing. Alright, we landed a stab there. A nice overhead there. Now, I don't want to go too far out of pocket chasing this zombie. We'll find him eventually. But they went this way. Okay, we can handle that. Alright, there we go. Okay, so we cleaned that up. Let's head back here. Alright, I got thrown off. What were we doing a second? I don't even remember. Let's go this way and get our compass. That's one thing you'll notice fairly quickly, is that when I get involved in combat, I quickly lose all sense of orientation and direction, and I forget where I am and where I was going. I don't know why. Probably my very low IQ and minuscule brain power. It's probably a pretty good guess. Alright. Nice little overhead there. And there we go. So one of the other things that has changed is there are now flippable weapons. In other words, warhammers, polearms, things like that, that have a blade on one end or like a crushing surface on one end and then a blade on the other, whatever it might be. This is a good tunic. That is now a thing. I'm going to take these. So yeah, so once you find a weapon that is flippable, you'll see an icon. Right around here, there will be an icon that tells you can flip it, and then the stats will change based on which side of the weapon you're using. That's a big change. There's also been lots of tweaks just to general physics. They've tweaked the damage mechanics too, so that it's more important than ever to use the right kind of weapon against the right armor, that whole thing. Alright, we just skilled up, so now we have continuity. The next thing we'll work on is... yeah, we'll work on riposte. Okay. Also, in the career arena, there's lots of new things, just depending on how far back you go. There's physicians now, there's trainers that help you gain skills a little more quickly. There's new maps. That's not a bad mace, we'll give it to Derrin in a minute. There's new maps, new weapons, all kinds of stuff, really. But the big changes have been to mechanics, not to content, but content is coming next. Alright, I'm just a farmhand, the name is Derrin. Well met, Derrin. I go by Odin, I think. You think? Well, I seem to be having trouble remembering things. How did you get here? Can you get me out? Well, I certainly intend to. What about the dead ones? If they get in my way, I will kill them. Take me with you. Yes, we may be able to help each other. All I've got is this stick. Well, let's be on our way. Alright, so I'm going to press T to get my dialogue options with Derrin, press 3 to check out his inventory. And I am going to give him this mace. And let's just leave his inventory open for a second in case we find something in this box for him. Yeah, well there's a cap, and I'm going to prioritize Derrin for the better armor right now. Just because it takes him a while to improve as a fighter. He's bound to get beat up. I think that I have a higher survivability, so I don't necessarily need the better armor right off the bat. Alright, so let's give him these boots as well, and a tunic, because he does not have one. Alright, and then we're going to grab this key. So as I was saying, the developers have told us that new content, especially for story mode, is on the way. That's the next priority. Now that they've reworked the combat movement, the flippable weapons, the damage types, all that kind of stuff. Alright, so let's give those spaulders to Derrin. And I'm very much looking forward to the new story content. They also said that many of the things coming to story mode are meant to help increase replayability, which is fantastic. It's already extremely replayable, if you ask me. Every fight is different, no matter what. But if they think it's going to add even more replayability, I am quite interested. Alright, we got 2 zombies in here, one behind the door. There we go. Let's see if I can handle this without Derrin getting involved. I'd like Derrin to get involved, but it's risky, especially at the very beginning. Alright, there we go. Got that one. See if I can pull it. He does not want to move, does he? I'm going to try and stab him. Okay. I missed and fell. That's not good. Alright, we took some stamina damage. That'll regenerate. It doesn't matter. Oh, Derrin, please kill the zombie. Okay, I'll do it. Alright, that's fine. And there's a cap for me. Thank you. Alright, let's get out of here. Now there is... Oh, hold on here. Hold on. Let me try and draw him into this hallway. It's a decent stab. He's trying to run. There we go. Now there is, like I was saying, there is a decent argument to be made that you should let Derrin get involved in the fights immediately. There's a jacket. Because the more he fights, the better he gets. So there is some truth to that. Oh, it's the Gambeson zombie. That was close. That was close. There we go. Oh, that just went right off the Gambeson there. So you can see, slashing damage isn't always going to be the best option against certain types of armor. Piercing would have been the ideal thing to do there, but I haven't been having much luck with my aim when it comes to stabbing. Anyway, we're going to give this Gambeson to Derrin. It's not that great. Doesn't matter. Quilted trousers, not that great. Give that to him as well. Now, there's also this two-handed axe. It's a woodcutter's axe. I suppose we could give that to Derrin for his secondary. So if he gets knocked out, he'll switch to that when he gets back up. Because when you get knocked out, you drop your weapon. Alright, we're also going to give Derrin this buckler. There you are. I'm going to grab this key. Read that real quick. I don't think we need any of that stuff. Okay, just a few more things to check on this end of the level before we move on. Alright. Thick jacket, nah, we'll pass. Read that. And what do we have here? Light coat. So coats are replacements for tunics. That coat did not have very impressive stats. So just going to stick with the tunics we have until we find a better coat. The coat obviously has better coverage right off the bat, no matter what the stats are. But I still tend to wait until I can find a better one. Just stick with the tunic for now. But the tunic is essentially a vest. And coverage does matter. Where you get hit matters very much. Alright, Derrin, where are you? There it is. Okay, there's an upgrade orb or sphere. You can use that to upgrade the quality and such of equipment. I tend to hold on to those for a little bit because I'm often changing my armor very frequently in the early game. I mean, I could use it on the short sword to make it better, but there's another short sword in here, and it might already be better. Derrin, where are you going? Okay. Okay, he just locked himself out because he's an idiot. Alright, so let's take a look here. Impact is better. Balance not as good. But, and it's also in extremely worn condition, but it's fairly well made. You know what? I'm going to switch to this. We might give that to Derrin. But I kind of want Derrin to stick with the mace for right now, and I don't care that he locked himself out. I can handle this. Yep. I was going to go for the slash, but I decided to stay back. Alright, very good. Let's check this. Derrin should be just fine. I don't think he's going to fight anybody. Where did he go? Go in here? Oh, there he is. Alright. Okay, so there's enough light in this room that we can try out our bill hook. Press R to switch to our secondary here. Let's see what we can do here. Nice. And nice. Now the reason the main reason that I'm always doing overhead swings is because I don't want to hit Derrin. If I'm slashing, I'm probably going to hit Derrin. And thrusts leave you very vulnerable if you miss. So usually I just stick with the overheads. Very nice, Derrin. I may have hit Derrin's shield there, but it's okay. Alright, anybody in there? No. Alright. Should have paid a little more attention, I think. Okay, so here's a vest. This will replace that jacket. And those boots are not very impressive. So we will move out. Alright, this is the second and final time we'll use this key. So I'm going to get rid of it, otherwise it's going to confuse me. When I have more than one key, I end up getting quite lost trying to figure out which key is which. So once I use one, and I know it's, we're done with it, I throw it on the ground. That's what I do. Other people like to keep everything all nice and organized in their inventory, and they have pouches and things for different items. I don't really care about any of that, so I don't do it. Hey, man. I wanted to read that. There we go. Derrin, please don't hit me. Okay, my footwork is off here, but there we go. And let's see what we got here. That's the same as the boots we're wearing, essentially. Alright, there are some really nice cloth leggings. I know I said I would prioritize Derrin, but I don't care. I want those cloth leggings. Thank you very much. Right, and let's read that one. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna fall down here real quick. I usually do that before a fight. It's just getting ready, psyching myself up. That's all that was. It was not a mistake. There we go. There we go. Nice little stab there. Alright, get him, Derrin. Go get him, go get him. Oh no, we don't want him running this way. Oh, okay, he came back. Get him. There you go. Good job, Derrin. Not often you'll hear me say that. Alright, so here's another gambeson. It's just as bad as the one we gave Derrin, but it is my turn to wear one, so there we go. And here's some really good cloth leggings. So we'll give those to Derrin right there. That's probably better than the tunic I had, so I'll put that on. And lots of boots, but again, we're good on that currently. Right. So there's a short bill hook. That's not a bad weapon. We just don't really need it. That was Marlia, so I pressed T to talk to him. What do you mean? That dead one, I knew her. It was Marlia. For a moment, I thought she recognized me too. And so naturally, I'm going to hit T and I'm going to say, you better toughen up and ignore it. Might not be the last one you recognize. Gods below, I guess you're right. I thought I knew some others, but with her I was sure. Okay. Alright, so this is where we're going to end this episode. I want to thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate that very much. Please hit like and subscribe if you would like to, that is. And if you're new to this, we do a new Exanima video every day. So if you like the game, feel free to come on back and check it out. So, have a good rest of your day or evening or whatever, and I will see you all next time.